Hello.
Oh my God, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me. I've been really excited to do this.
Absolutely, and I was so excited when I found out I was going to be interviewing you this evening, so I'm very, very
Yes.
excited.
Amazing.
So are you ready to get
I
started?
definitely am. And I have to apologize. I'm a little bit stuffy right now. So if I seem like that,
Don't
sorry.
worry, I'm in the same boat. These
Yeah.
allergies
Yes,
are
I've been
getting me
blowing my
sick,
nose.
so I have my water with me just in case.
Yes.
So there's so many people joining us. So if you're just joining, I am Vera Morris with Beauty Queens Galore, the pageant resource. And you guys, I'm super, super excited to say that I have with me Savannah Gankiewicz, Miss Hawaii USA 2023. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She's a model, she's an entrepreneur, she's a marketing coordinator, and she truly is a leader in her community. And we are super excited to have you join us today. So thank you again for joining us.
Of course. Thank you.
So Savannah, tell me, how did you get started in pageantry?
Well, it all started from my mom. She was actually Mrs. Maui when I was in seventh grade, and she introduced pageantry to me and the glitz and the glamour, of course, the feminine side of it. So she really inspired me. And also, I was modeling back then, and that helped me open so many doors. So um, I did a pageant in the Philippines when I was 21. So I started there, and it was really exciting.
That is very exciting. And you know what? They say you might be a late bloomer because you said you started at 21 years old and that was your very first pageant.
Wait, actually, sorry. My first pageant ever was Miss Virginia Teen USA when I was 17 years old. That was the first pageant I ever did. And my mom was like, why not just do it? Like, get your foot in the door. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't do my best, but it was definitely an introduction to the whole pageant world.
Absolutely. You know, we got to get our feet wet, so
Yes.
not a bad start.
Yeah.
So tell us, outside of pageantry, who exactly is Savannah?
Well, I'm just like I'm always a homebody, but not only that, I'm a woman of service and I'm an ambassador and a program director for a nonprofit that I do on my free time where I work with younger women so we can cultivate self-love. I do intimate workshops that honestly, I know this is what I meant to do. I love working with kids and I do that on the side, and I also am starting a boutique hotel with my business partner in Bali. So that's happening, and that won't open till September 2024, but that's why I have all the time in the world now.
Well, you are a busy woman. And like I said, you've done so much in your community. And speaking of pageantry, because Beauty Queens Galore is a huge pageant resource. So in your opinion, what more do you want to see from us, or specifically in the pageant community as a whole?
I honestly, I love everything that you guys do. I love all these interviews, and you get to meet the girls. You get to see a little glimpse of who they are. I honestly don't think you should change anything. I love how it is.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that. So tell us, Savannah, you do so much in your community. What do you want to be remembered for?
I want to remembered for my service and giving back. I've always been taught to be a lending hand in society and always show compassion and be kind. That's something that my parents instilled in me. So as Miss Hawaii USA, I've done so much community work, and hopefully as Miss USA, I'll still continue that and be an impactful leader because that's all I want to be.
Absolutely. Speaking of Miss USA, we're so excited. It's going to be on the CW at the end of the month. So tell us, how did you decide you wanted to compete for Miss Hawaii USA?
Yeah, so I always wanted to do Miss Hawaii USA. It's always been a dream of mine. Actually, one of my close best friends, she was Miss New Mexico USA last year. And when she won Miss New Mexico, we go back to the pageant in the Philippines when we did Mutya ng Pilipinas together when we were like 21. So when she won, she was like, do you remember when we were 21 years old, we wanted to do Miss USA? This is your this is your chance. You're 27. I'm doing it now. Why don't you do it next year? So she really inspired me to believe in myself and go for it. And so that was an 8-month journey of prepping for Miss Hawaii USA. And then when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Miss USA. I'm making that dream come true. So yeah, now I've just been preparing for Miss USA as much as I can after what has happened on my home island. So I've been just trying to focus on that and juggle both of it.
Absolutely. You know, and speaking of that, we know as queens there is a lot of glitz and glam involved, but actually, in your case, you are the epitome of what a title holder should be. You've been out in your community, and again, I'm really sorry about what has happened with the Maui wildfires, and I know it's been a little bit over a month now. So, can you tell us exactly, you know, how are things going in terms of the rebuilding within your community?
Yeah. So when the Maui fires happened, we just found out when Miss USA was going to be. So it has just been devastating. But as Miss What USA, I needed to get to work. So I have been volunteering. I was volunteering at the shelters and also my nonprofit. We raised over $16,000 and we gave gift cards to women and families who have been impacted. But also I got to work with Comfort Bears in a Catastrophe. It's an amazing organization. And I got to personally give Comfort Bears to the children who've been impacted. And it's just like, it was so heartwarming to see that smile after everything they've been through. There is still hope within hopelessness. And now all we can do is persevere together as a community, rebuild and be strong, and really just keep sharing that aloha spirit.
Absolutely. And that's the one thing that I love is just seeing the community come together in this tough time, because it wasn't just homes that were lost. There were, you know, businesses as well that are having to rebuild. So I love seeing that you're using your title to really go out there in your community. And I feel like, you know, I just want to say you are to be commended for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm so thankful that Miss What USA gave me an amplified microphone to be able to help and be of service to people. So that's just something I'm very grateful for.
Absolutely. And preparing for Miss USA, are you doing anything different preparing for Miss USA than you did for Miss Hawaii USA?
Yeah, so I'm in Texas right now because I'm with my sponsors, Team Flawless. You know, Amin and Albert, they really took me under their wing, and we've been doing hair and makeup. I got to do a photo shoot. That's why I'm a little sick right now. Texas weather is so different from Hawaii. And yeah, I've been just trying to get better and trying to balance everything as well. But I love Texas, and I leave back to Hawaii tomorrow. So everything I've learned here, I'm going to take that and take it with me to Miss USA.
Absolutely. I was just in Texas a few weeks ago. That Texas humidity is no joke.
Yes, I literally said I could feel the air. Like, just going like this, I felt the air. It was so thick.
You can taste the air in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay? I think that's awesome, though, that you being able to travel and experience this before you head off to Miss USA. Other than winning the title, what else are you looking forward to at Miss USA?
Well, of course, meeting all the beautiful delegates. This is what I love about pageantry, right? There is a sisterhood, and even though we're all competition with each other, at the same time, we're all going for that one goal, that one dream. And whoever wins that coveted title, I know that we are all going to be supportive with it. But definitely meeting all the girls, and my costume, my state costume, it's finally being shipped. I'm so excited to wear it and to showcase it. So just a little hint with that. It's big. So yeah, I'm really excited for the state costume. I know it's going to be a very good cause, what I'm wearing.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I'm super excited that this year's pageant is going to be televised. There's just so many great experiences for you ladies who have that opportunity, for all of us to be able to see this pageant. I'm excited.
I heard that it hasn't been on like national television in years, and the CW network, I think that's amazing. So all my friends and family who can't join, go to Reno, they can. I'm like, thank goodness you can watch it on television now.
That's right, and that's going to be super, super exciting for them. So let me tell you, because we know as title holders, you do put yourself out there, especially in the world of social media. So what do you think is the biggest misconception that people may have about you?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm definitely, I mean, from social media, right? You only get a split of my life, and I just want people to know that I am not anyways perfect. I still battle with self-critical thoughts, even though I teach that we're all human beings. So maybe that is my misconception. People think that, I'm always trying to, I guess, look good for social media, but really, social media is just a blip in my life, and that is something that I'm not even really a part of.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And this month is Suicide Prevention Month, and unfortunately, we've lost, even in the pageant world, sisters, because of suicide. And a lot of that can stem from people just being so nasty and mean on social media. So what advice would you give young ladies who are very active on social media? What advice can you give them to combat that negativity?
Well, since I do work with the youth, this is a big topic with social media, and I have 3 younger siblings, actually 4 younger siblings, but 3 of them are my sisters. And I always say, what you see on social media is not reality. We see a blip into someone's life, and comparison is a thief of joy. And everyone is unique and beautiful in their own way, and it's just a constant reminder that social media is just for fun, and at the same time, it's how you take it.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I always say, have block parties, ladies,
Yes, exactly.
Get them out of there. That's your space, Don't let people take over your space. That's what I always say.
And too, if people, I unfollow people who don't bring that inspiration to me and that make me feel a certain way. And that's just what I do. That's my space.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's speak of public speaking, because we all know that can be kind of nerve-wracking. So what advice would you give queens who are about to, maybe have to go out and speak in public? What do they need to do to feel comfortable to be able to do that?
Yeah, for me, public speaking, I'm still working on it, and it's still a bit nerve-wracking. But at the same time, it's like nerve-wracking, but I like it because each time you do it, you get better. And even if you mess up, it's okay. Keep going, because the more and more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, keeping calm, we all know that top 5 on stage question can be so nerve-wracking. So Savannah, tell us, right before you answer that question, what was running through your mind?
Oh my goodness. For me, for Miss Hawaii USA, I honestly remember when I had to pick my question out of the hat. I was like, please do not get something controversial. And of course I did. But what I did is I learned every single current topic there was, and I just kept teaching myself and asking people's different opinions so I can form my own opinion as well. So anything that came out of the onstage question, I knew I was going to be prepared.
Absolutely, because it can be nerve-wracking, So like you said, you just need to be prepared. And that's one thing I remember reading about you is you remind me of myself where we over-prepare.
Yes.
I see nothing wrong with that. I was like, I'd rather be overly prepared than under-prepared. So I think it was great for you to be able to be overly prepared in many senses for that question, because you never know what you're going to get. You never know.
Exactly. So, and I heard that you were a former Miss USA sister as well.
Absolutely. I was Miss North Carolina USA, and I say in the Brooke Lee era. So, that's right.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
She's still one of my favorite Miss Universes. She was just outspoken and amazing. So another reason why I was honored to be able to talk to you is because, I just love her and her essence. And you women of Hawaii, you just bring so much warmth. So truly an honor. You are a sister queen. So.
I know. I honestly, I look up to her so much because she was Miss USA and she was Miss Universe. But the way she was on stage, she was authentically her. I think every girl should be inspired by that. And don't act like anyone else, just be you.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, do you feel that pressure as a Filipino American to follow behind, Parkley Albany? Do you feel any type of pressure?
Not really, actually. I think, Albany is a beautiful Filipino American, but like she says too, we are all on our own unique paths, so I don't feel any pressure with that.
Absolutely, and you are your unique self, and that's what matters the most. Is just go out there and having fun. Being you.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question. Since you have competed, especially in the Miss Hawaii USA pageant, considering all that you know now, what is something that you wish you would have known prior to competing? that now you're like, man, I wish I would have known that beforehand?
Oh, that's a good one. Um, Honestly, when I went into Miss What USA, I went in as let's have fun, and whatever happens, it's meant to be. And I think I wouldn't change anything. And I think just keep being like that as the mindset. Just go in with an open mind, have fun, and make friends. I actually made two best friends from Miss Hawaii USA as well, who are still my friends. They're going to be coming to Miss USA's. So have an open mind, and I wouldn't change anything because I'm so happy with how everything turned out.
Absolutely. So, you won Miss Hawaii USA on your very first try. So what advice can you give anyone listening right now who may want to compete for that big state title, but they may be a little bit nervous because they've never done it? What advice can you give them?
To just do it. You have to be uniquely you. And at the same time, this was the best decision I have ever made in my whole life because I have conquered self-mastery in every aspect of my life, like mind, body, soul, and I keep evolving. And I think that's what's amazing about pageantry and doing Miss What USA. I am a complete different woman than how I was a year and a half ago.
Absolutely. Pageantry does have a way of making us grow through the journey, and I always say it's not about the destination. It truly is about the journey. And I've enjoyed following your journey because I've seen your growth since you won. By the way, that evening gown, whew, loved your evening gown. Stunning. I was like, yes, leg.
Thank you. I love red gowns, and I always loved. I always knew going into Miss What USA, I wanted to wear a red gown. So my girlfriend actually gave me her designer in the Philippines, and I got to design something with him. His name is Chico Estiva. He was really great, and yeah, I felt very beautiful.
Well, you were absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
So let me ask you a question here. What inspires you the most?
Well, what inspires me is honestly my support system and my dedication to truly make a difference in people's lives. I swear my personality test, I'm an advocate, so I love helping and I love being a lending hand. And that's what really inspires me, that I can help, is that if it's one person, if it's 10 people, if it's 100 people, at least I know I'm doing good in someone's life and I'm uplifting them.
Absolutely, and you've definitely done that. Now, aren't you the first Miss Hawaii USA from Maui in I think it was 20 years? Did I read that somewhere?
I am. I can't believe that. Actually, my teen and I were both from Maui. So what are the odds?
Wait a minute, both you and your teen?
Yes, we're both from Maui. So two Maui girls brought home the state titles, and we're just so grateful that out of all the girls, who would have thought two girls from Maui?
That is amazing. And I feel that's a blessing too, considering everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Ladies can really be out in your community and bring awareness to what is going on in your community. You need to read these comments because they're so positive. Someone just said they believe in you. So they're all cheering for you, Savannah.
Thank you, Panama. Yes. She's part of my nonprofit. What makes you feel beautiful? She's on our team. Yay.
So see, there you go. Speaking of your nonprofit, tell me, how did you get involved in it, and why is it so much passion there for you?
Yeah, of course. So I always say, what makes you feel beautiful? It found me. Growing up, I didn't have the love externally, so I had to find it in myself. And when you're a young girl, it's very hard to see your value and to see the love for yourself. So when What Makes You Feel Beautiful, the director, Monica Morrow, reached out and told me about this amazing organization that I can help empower young women. And I actually work with girls from the ages of 13 all the way to 28, and that I can really empower and uplift them and use my story to show that, hey, I've been through this as well, but look at me today, and there is hope within hopelessness, and there's growth. So that's why it's so important. And I believe as well, when we teach young girls how to love themselves unconditionally and how to put them first, when they get older, they're able to achieve their visions and turn it into reality.
Absolutely. And it's so important that we be able to do that when they are at a young age. And, just having someone like yourself walk into that classroom, and give them that little bit of hope and faith that they too can achieve their dreams does mean so much. So I'm so glad that you're a part of that and as an ambassador for these young ladies. Because I remember you saying, you talked about your youth, being involved with youth and mental health. And it usually starts at a very, very young age, because it's tough being an adult, but, I think it's even harder being a young adult nowadays, especially because of social media. It can be really tough. So with your experience, what are ways that you can see if a young child is struggling with their mental health?
Yeah, definitely. So I am youth mental health first aid trained and suicide bullying prevention and with Mental Health America. And what they taught us is you can always kind of tell when someone's going through something, and also just by being a lending hand and listening to them. A lot of the times people just want you to listen to them. So that's why for me, anytime I do my workshops, I let them talk to me. And I would say I'm an open book. This is a non-judgment zone. And I would say people always tend to open up to someone who is receptive of that.
Absolutely. And the key word that you said is just listen. Sometimes to listen, and sometimes we just want you to come up to us and ask, what can I do? And I love the fact that you're able to pick up on that. And I'm sure you've been able to see that working with the kids, who are, Maui, have had so much loss. It's good to know that you can be there for them and listen and be a lending ear for them. So again, I would just want to commend you for all the work that you do.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. I just there's something with kids, I think, because when I had a rough childhood, I just don't want any other child to feel what I felt. So I'm always like, if I could just be a little uplifting spirit for them, hopefully they'll always remember that growing up.
And trust me, they definitely will remember that. It's those little moments as a title holder that really do mean the most, is seeing those little eyes just light up. It's just such an unforgettable experience as a title holder. And there's the one you love, girl. Love you, Savannah. Good luck, Savannah. You have a lot of support going to Miss USA. So.
Yes, I'm so happy. I can't believe Miss USA is next week. For some reason I thought I had a couple more weeks, and now I'm like, oh my goodness, it is next week. Like, what?
So when do you leave for Miss USA?
I'm leaving on the 20th. So I know, and it's an overnight flight because everything from Hawaii, we're so far away. We're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So it's a night flight. So I get in on the 21st in the morning. But check in, I think that everyone gets in on the 22nd, and then 23rd is registration. So yes.
I cannot wait, because it's right here. I'm like, what? So I'm very, very excited for you. But before I let you go, there's a fun interactive game that I play with you called This or That.
Oh, yay. Okay, I love that.
Usually let people slide, and one of them you can choose both. Just one, though. Just one. This or that. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Sneakers or stilettos?
Oh, okay, stilettos. I love wearing heels because I love feeling tall.
There you go, girl. Okay, on-stage question or interview?
Interview. I feel like interview can be super personal. I mean, on-stage question you can be too, but with all those people watching you, you're like, please don't mess up.
Oh, I have a feeling I may know the answer to this one, but a dress with or without a slit?
Oh, okay. A dress with a slit, I gotta show a little leg.
Absolutely. So, do you like to have phone calls or do you like texting?
Ooh, I love FaceTime. I'm a FaceTime girl. I'm like, hello.
Absolutely, because then you can see the person that you're talking to. I love that too.
Yes.
Do you prefer a dress or do you prefer a jumpsuit?
I love dresses. I feel like I'm a dress girl.
Ooh. Okay, so natural glam or full glam?
I love natural glam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to just, do a little, accentuate just a little.
And you were Team Flawless, so you're going to get both best of both
Oh
worlds.
my goodness, yeah, they're amazing at makeup. Every time I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Absolutely. Ooh, do you stay up late or do you wake up early?
I stay up late. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a morning person. Oh, it's so bad.
So you're a night owl like me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the same
That's
way.
where my brain is going.
So that's why I don't sleep at night, because I'm up thinking about things.
Right?
So, as if you have a lot of time for this, but when you do you prefer Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix. Definitely Netflix.
I'm a Netflix person too. Oh, gold or silver accessories?
Gold. Definitely gold. I'm a gold.
Okay. So do you prefer evening gown or swimsuit?
Oh, I love evening gown. I love to see all the beautiful gowns each woman chooses, and there's something about being regal and just, that feminine urge to just glide on stage.
There's nothing like it. It's the glam aspect of it.
Yes.
Are you a city girl or countryside girl?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm both. I love the city though. Oh my goodness. Every time I'm in New York, I love it. But again, I love the country because I grew up in Virginia as well, in a very rural town, like cow farms. There's like only 5 Asians in my class or in the whole school. But I love both. I can be both.
Absolutely. I'm in North Carolina, so I know all about the country now. So.
Yeah.
So my last question for you is a good one. Do you prefer butt glue or double-sided tape?
Oh, double-sided tape only because I've never used butt glue before.
No?
No, I never have, and that's actually one of the things that I should bring to Miss USA is butt glue. And this is when I know I'm a pageant newbie because I wouldn't even have thought to brought that. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Well, you looked amazing in your swimsuit. I was like, oh my God.
Thank you. Yeah, no butt glue.
Oh my God, it must be squats. That must be your secret to keeping that swimsuit in place.
Yes, honestly, Legree. Legree is like a form of Pilates. It's amazing. I always say everyone should do it. I even got my boyfriend to do it.
See, you're teaching us some new stuff here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Savannah, it has truly been such an honor to talk to you this evening and gain a little bit of insight of who you are within pageantry, outside of pageantry. And before we leave here, just tell us something that, what's a lasting impression, or if there's some type of fundraiser. I know there's a fundraiser that you still have going. So leave us with any final thoughts that you may have.
Yeah, so, everyone knows what has happened on my home island of Maui, and we are still trying to spread awareness. It's not something that is going to rebuild overnight. This is going to be years. People lost their friends and family, their homes, their businesses. So Miss Hawaii USA, we have a foundation fund that is on my bio. It's a PayPal relief fund. And so my team and I, once we get the allocated funds, we're gonna either buy more supplies or help families rebuild when it's time for the rebuild process.
Well, absolutely. And I know that there's a link on the Miss Hawaii USA page. Like I told you, I've done my homework here. You guys can just click that PayPal. Any donations really do help you all. And I say probably it's more important now than ever because, people think when you don't hear it on the news a lot that it's gone away, it's fixed. It's not. So we really make sure you go out there and support Savannah and support Maui. So thank you again so much. We wish you all the best of luck at Miss USA. We can't wait to see what you're going to be wearing in that costume.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show everyone.
Absolutely. So thank you again so much for joining us, Savannah. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.